So, good morning students. Earlier class we discussed about Rutherford alpha scattering experiment, Rutherford atomic model, and drawbacks of Rutherford atomic model. Okay. So, impact parameter and closest approach of distance. We can learn so many things. Today we are going to explain one of the important one, Bohr's atomic model. So, Niels Bohr introduced one atomic model, so that is called the Bohr's atomic model. The postulates of Bohr's atomic model. So according to Bohr's atomic model, all the electrons are revolving around the nucleus in a circular path in a fixed orbits. The orbits are called as stationary orbits. So all the electrons are revolving around the nucleus in circular path in a particular orbits. The orbits are called as stationary orbits. When the electrons are rotating in revolving in the stationary orbits, so here two types of forces are acting on the electron. So one force is acting on the electron from the nucleus, that is called Coulomb attraction force. So another force is acting towards center from the electron, that is called centripetal force. When the two forces are equal, so then only the electron is revolving around the stationary orbit. Okay? So the Coulomb attraction force and centripetal force both are equal, then only the electron is revolving around the nucleus in stationary orbit. So here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Z square by R square, this is called Coulomb attraction force. According to Coulomb's law, F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. So here Q1 Q2 means Ze into E. E is the electron charge, Ze is the nucleus charge, Ze square by R square, and centripetal force M square by R. V is the velocity of the electron, R is the radius of the nucleus. Okay? So then the second postulate, when the electron is revolving around the stationary orbit, the angular momentum of the electron is quantized. So angular momentum should be equal to h by 2 pi, or is quantized. So the angular momentum mvr is equal to h by 2 pi. This is called second postulate of Bohr atomic model. Third one is, when the electron jumps one orbital to another orbital, it absorbs or emits the energy. The absorber emits the energy level E2 minus E1 is equal to N into h nu. So absorption of energy or emission of energy should be equal to h nu, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Okay? So E1 is the lower energy level and E2 is the upper energy level. When the electron is jumped from one E2 level to E1 level, E2 minus E1 is equal to N into h nu. Okay? This is called a third postulate. So now find out the radius of Bohr orbital and radius, velocity, time period, and energy of an orbital. So radius of Bohr's orbital. So according to first postulate of Bohr atomic model, the Coulomb attraction force 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Z square by R square should be equal to mv square by R, centripetal force. Here R get cancelled. So here K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Instead of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, you can write as a Kz square by R is equal to mv square, mv square. So this is equation number 4. And according to second postulates, mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi here. So v is equal to nh by 2 pi into mvr. This is equation number 5. The equation 5 substitute in equation 4. So v value substitute in equation 4. K z e square by r is equal to m into, what is the value of v? nh by 2 pi mvr. Here v square nothing but n square h square by 4 pi square m square into r square. So here 1 mm get cancelled, r get cancelled. Okay, so k z e square is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square m into r. So rn is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square k z e square into m. Okay, so rn is equal to n square into h square by 4 pi square k z e square into m. These are all constant. H means strong constant, k means 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, z means atomic number, e is the charge of electron, m is the mass of electron. So Rn is directly proportional to n square. Rn is directly proportional to n square. That means if the number of orbits increases, so the radius of the atom also increases. Rn proportional to n square. The equation 6 represent the radius of Bohr orbit. And next velocity of Bohr orbit. We know that velocity v is equal to nh by, according to equation 5, 2 pi m into rn. So vn is equal to, vn means the velocity of nth orbit, that is equal to nh by 2 pi m into, what is the value of rn? Substitute the value. Rn means n square h square by 4 pi square k z e square m. Okay, so now vn is equal to, so nn get cancelled here and h also cancelled. Okay, now that is equal to 4 pi square k z e square m by 2 pi m. So mn get cancelled, pi get cancelled. Vn is equal to here 4 pi k z e square by, okay, square by n into h. So 1 n and 1 h is also there. So 2 pi 2 into nh. So that means 2 1 ja 2 2 ja. Vn is equal to 2 pi k z e square by n into h. So the equation also written as 1 by n into 2 pi k z e square by h. So these are the constant. Vn proportional to 1 by n. So if the number of orbits increases, the velocity of electron reduces. This is equation number 7. The equation represents the velocity of nth orbit. So Vn is equal to, Vn proportional to 1 by n. So this total value should be equal to 0.53. So 0.53 by n. The equation also written as 0.53 by n. These are all constants. Okay. So this is called velocity of Bohr orbit. Then time period. So time period means time period t. Capital T is equal to 2 pi by omega. So what is called omega? Omega means angular velocity. We know that v is equal to r omega. Omega is equal to v by r. or omega n is equal to Vn by Rn. So substitute the V value and R value, we find out the omega value. So that is called omega. Find out the omega value. So omega n is equal to here. What is called Vn? Vn means 2 pi k z e square by n into h divided by. So what is the value of Rn? Rn means here n square h square by 4 pi r k z e square into m. Okay, so the equation also written as 2 pi k z e square and 4 pi square k z e square m by n cube h cube. So omega is equal to 2 4 is 8 pi cube k square z square e power 4 m by n cube h cube. So this is called omega n value. So time period t is equal to 2 pi by omega. So that is equal to 2 pi by, what is the value of omega value? 8 pi cube k square z square e power 4 m by n cube h cube. So that should be equal to n cube h cube. So here pi get cancelled. 2 1 jar 2 4 jar. N cube h cube by 4 pi square k square z square e power 4 into m. So the equation t is directly proportional to n cube. So t is directly proportional to n cube. So t is equal to n cube into h cube by 4 pi square k square z square e power 4 into m. So this is the time period of electron in Bohr orbit. Okay, thank you.